Afternoon all, welcome to another edition of Webby Sports Roundup. Bit of a difference, thought we'd change it all around today. If you see my vlog this morning, I did say Tricia Slater, sorry, the 3rd of January, it wasn't, it is the 2nd of January today, 2 days into the new year of 2024. Got a bit of a difference, we're going to change it all around. Foggy and I have had a bit of a talk, my number 99, and as you know, tomorrow, as I told everybody on Facebook page, we're going to do my three amigos, me, Terry my number 2, and Simon my number 3. Liverpool, yeah, last night. Arsenal, and obviously Coventry boys. So we're doing a bit of a blog tomorrow about the Premiership from yesterday, last couple of days, and the forthcoming games, and the FA Cup on Saturday and Sunday of this week. First and foremost, thanks for all the viewers, thanks for all my new subscribers, superb, and lots of new people joining. Don't forget, if you're not on my Facebook page, Webby Sports Roundup, and give Foggy a lot of love, please. He deserves it. What we're talking about today, we're going to be discussing a little bit about the Championship, Division 1 and Division 2. I know a little bit about it, not a lot, but a little bit, because my boy Coventry have been there for a few years now, and we'll talk about their nice little resort yesterday at Ayresome Park. And was I a happy bunny? Lots of news going on today, as you probably know, unless you had your heads buried in the sand. First and foremost, Wayne Rooney, as you know, he was at Birmingham City for 15 games, I think, in 83 days, and boom, gone, sacked. He was, I think Birmingham was about 6 when he took over, and then what happened? They've gone bum, 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 bum. 2 wins in 15 games, wasn't enough. That as far as the board of Birmingham City are concerned. So this morning he's got the sack, but he's obviously had a nice bit of a backhander. Him and Cole Robinson, his number 2, they've both gone and left Birmingham City with immediate effect. Now the boys in the running, I believe Steve Cooper, ex Nottingham Forest, who was sacked a couple of weeks ago, thought it was a bit harsh. He's favourite with the bookies, and you've also got there Mowbray, who was at Sunderland, who got the sack recently. He's another favourite, and on top of that, Lee Carsley. He was at Birmingham before, if you remember, and he was also at Coventry City. I think he was on number 2 a few years ago. But then he was also England under 21 man in charge. So we'll see. But they do want to get somebody in very, very quick, because the relegation is looking very, very close to them. But we'll see what happens. And the other bit of news, last 24 hours. Remember Charlie Adam, that great left foot? Played for Rangers when he kicked off his career. Also played for Blackpool, Liverpool and Stoke City. 446 times, and he scored 80 goals, I beg your pardon. And he played for Scotland for 26 times. So this is his first managerial career, and he's gone manager of Fleetwood Town after Lee Johnson was sacked 2 or 3 days ago, who's been about as well, Swindon, Bristol City, etc, etc. And don't forget, as I said on a vlog a couple of days ago, Joey Barton was there as well. So not an easy place to manage is Fleetwood Town. But we'll come to that a little bit later when we go into Division 2. Right. One or two I want to talk about a little bit later on. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Webby Sports Roundup. It is free, charge you nothing, and you get lots of different information with regards to the Premiership, Championship first and second, and the Scottish League. And when you've got your Celtic, your Rangers, all the big boys from up there in Scotland, we try and bit of it globally, don't we? That's what we try to do, a bit of global. Right, going to kick off with a bit of Championship news. Yesterday, so Leicester had a cracking 3-0 win. Now they're top of the table, 56 points from 26 games. They're flying, 4 wins and a draw from the past 5 games. They have come down from the Premier League, and they are favourites to go straight back up. I know they lost 1 or 2 cracking players with Tillemans to Aston Villa and Maddison, who's injured at Tottenham. But they still got the squad. They still have the parachute payments, so they're going to win that league without any shadow of a doubt. They are at this moment in time 11 points clear of Ipswich, who had a cracking start to the season at Portman Road, but they're now drifting. They have not won in 5 games. The ones to follow is Southampton, who came down last year at St Mary's. They won 4, drawn 1 in the last 5, and they're on 52 points. They're only 3 points now behind Ipswich Town. That's the ones to watch. They're the informed club. Leeds United, obviously one of the biggest followers in the world. They're really, at Ellen Road. They had a cracking 3-0 win at home to Birmingham yesterday. I think that will put the nail in the coffin for Wayne Rooney and Cole Robinson. So, as you said, they got the sack. So Leeds United now are on 48 points with 26 games played. The bad news for West Brom, the Midlands club, they're 5th in the league, 26 games and 42 points. 6 points behind Leeds, so they're in a playoff position. Don't forget, a bit of a quiz question. What is the highest football ground in Britain above sea level? Just told you, West Bromwich Albion, the Hawthorns. Everybody thinks it's up in Scotland, Ross County or somewhere, but no, it's the Baggies. Check it out. Down to number 6 in the league, which is the Mackhams. 26 points and 26 games, 40 points. They're up and down, they are. Lee Clark had a great game yesterday. He plays on a wing, drops his socks, and he looks so cracky about it, a bit like the Grealish and Callum O'Hara Coventry. We went to Sunderland 2 weeks ago. We gave them an absolute stuffing by 3-0. Since then, they've won 2 on the bounce with a cracking 3-0 win yesterday afternoon. I want a big shout to 1 or 2 people a little bit later on in the show. Hull City, they're up and down like a yo-yo. Those 26 points, 39 points, 26 games played. And a real bad loss at Hillsborough last night. Sheffield Wednesday, 3-1 they won, and they're on the up. So good luck to Sheffield Wednesday and the Hillsborough boys. And last but not least, in the top 8, don't forget, top 2 automatic, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the playoffs. We lost Coventry, my boys, to Luton in the playoffs last year, and they're doing fantastic in the Premier League, so well done to the Kenilworth boys. Coventry City, we went to Middlesbrough yesterday and we had a fantastic 3-1 win, 1-0 down half time. Big shout to my mate Kevin, who's over next week on the 10th of January. I'll buy you your first pint, mate. And but you've got to appreciate that Middlesbrough have not got the squad with Michael Carrick. There were 17, 18-year-old guys on the subs bench, so they had nothing to bring on. But they're still there. I still think they're batting above their weight at the moment. Let's see if they've got a few quid to spend sometime in the obviously January window now. This month, excuse me. My boys Coventry were 1-1 first half, and then we came second half. We were superb. We really were. We absolutely killed them second half. But we got a great squad, and they are turning it around. So we beat them by 3-1, and well done to the 1,500 fans that drove or got a bus all the way from Coventry up to the Borough. That's a big turnaround, isn't it? And we've won 3 and drawn 2 of the last 5 games, so we are in form. I want a big shout out to 1 or 2 of my gut pals. Won't mention his name yet. I'll do it in a minute. But there's me cough shirt. That's the latest one he got me. Well, Boyle Sports last year, isn't it? And look at that Webby number 1 from my pal Dave Percival. Big cough fan, home and away, goes to England, comes from Nuneaton. So happy New Year to you, Dave, and to Lynn. Love you both, mate. What else we can do? Let's go to the bottom of the table. As I say, Birmingham, 2 wins in 15, not good enough to Wayne Rooney and Carl Robinson, so they get the bullet. They've only got 28 points from 26 games, and bottom of the table, we've got Rotherham, but Sheffield Wednesday, informed team. Thought they were doomed a few weeks ago. Now they've got 26 games played, they've had 3 wins in the last 5, and they got 22 points. So, I think they're only a couple of points behind Huddersfield Town, who lost yesterday afternoon as well. Big shout out to 1 or 2 people. Good friend of mine, Sean, big Leicester fan. He's over there in Brazil. He was a resident here for a while, and he's moved to Brazil with Rosie. So happy New Year to you too. Big shout out to Mac and Mickey. He's over here for a couple of months. How are you, Mick? Back on the winning ways yesterday afternoon. And Glyn, West Bromwich Albion. He is the boss down in the 3 Horseshoes where I drink to watch football. So well done to Glyn. Get better soon, pal. In a bit of a rough state, but you get in there, son. You get in there. Big baggy fan. And who else we got to say this? Hull City. Big shout out to Mark Campy. He's just come out for a couple of weeks. How are you, Mark? Happy New Year to you, big man. Not forgetting all the Sheffield Wednesday mob. Ian Owls, I called him. I've got to scratch me nose, it's itching a bit. Ian, he's over here in the summer for a few weeks. He's going to be with me watching all the England games in the Euros. Big Sheffield Wednesday fan. He's always on my show. And also a big shout out to Steve from the North Tenerife man. If you haven't seen him, click on Steve, North Tenerife man, and subscribe to him. Does a great job. He got a cracking son called Lee, never met. He's got a great vlog over there in England as well, called Around the Grounds. How he gets away with it with his missus, I tell you. He's got a big long leash. So Lee, see you one day, big man. He goes lot the grounds every Saturday, sometimes on a Sunday, and must cost him a fortune. So tune into him and subscribe to him around the grounds. Right. That's your championship. But before we go, I've got a few big shout outs. All my Cough people. Number one, my son Lee in Gloucester, big Coventry fan. And my granddaughter Ava Grace, PUSB to you, darling. Dave Percival, as I said, from Nuneaton, big shout out to you, big man. JD from Coventry, he's got a box at Cov with me pal David Boost. Remember Boosty? I went there when I went, was it last year I think? Went to a home game, got in the box with him. Boosty was there, you know, he broke his leg, one of the worst breaks you've ever seen in your life against Man United at Old Trafford many moons ago. I think it was over Easter period. So they got that for me, signed by all the players. Wasn't that nice of them? Thanks Boosty, thanks JD, top man. And a big shout out to Bob at Coventry, lives here in Kalasovaki. Lovely, nice fella, nice fella. And he got a beautiful dog, honest to God, you have no idea, called Angel. What else we got? Neil, big Neil, my friend, Coventry number 2 fan over in Silencio. How are you, pal? Satch in Coventry, don't forget a big Satch. Sam and all the boys at Cov. Gary from Wester-super-Mare, God alive, if you talk to him, he never get out. I know you think I can talk, but he can talk. Oh, he don't have mumble, he does, but he's a top man. Big shout out to Gary, and not forgetting 2 other lads, Graham and Ryan. 2 separate guys, massive Cov fans, PUSB boys. Right, that's that. Right, let's move on to Division 1 very quickly. Top of table, Pompey, the favourite start of the season, 25 games, 53 points, 2 ahead of Bolton, but Bolton's the informed team. They've won 4 of the last 5 games. A game in hand on Pompey and only 2 points behind. And there's a big 1 or 2 shouts a bit at the end of Division 1 League. Peterborough, they won 3, drawn 2. They're the informed side. 25 games, 49 points. They're flying. Then you've got Derby County, one of the favourites as well at the start of the season, but they lost 3-2 yesterday afternoon. And they're 24 and 46. Oxford United, 25 and 46, who Coventry City got on Saturday 12:30 in the FA Cup at the CBS Arena. So good luck to the Cov boys on that. We'll probably put half a side out, but fingers crossed we can still beat the Oxford United boys from the Kassam Stadium. Barnsley, good pal of mine, talked to him a little bit. 24 games and 43 points. Don't forget it's 1, 2, 3 automatic promotion to the championship, and you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 will do the playoffs. 3, obviously 4 plays 7, 5 plays 6, and vice versa. And a big shout out to Barnsley Football Club. They're 6 in the playoffs, 24 and 43, and there's a big shout coming up there. Next is Wigan. Another big shout out to one of my pals, big Wigan fan. 25 games and 27 points, but they're down to 17th place. Don't forget they used to be in the Premiership, but they've come down and down. They went to the Championship, now into Division 1. They're having a bit of a rough time there. Cambridge United were 18th, 24 games, 27 points, lost the last 2 games. Big shout out to my pal Vinny and his wife Jackie. How are you two? Happy New Year to you both. And a big shout out to Neil Harris. Never met him, I'm sure I will one day. Obviously, my mate Foggy goes in the Oakwood every now and then. Has a drink with him. Lovely fella. He's now manager of Cambridge United. And they've lost the last 2 games, I think, after winning the first 2 games that he was in charge. So good luck to them. 2 to go, Cheltenham Town in 23rd place. That's obviously where Matthew was born and where I met my good lady wife Dawn. They're on 24 points, 20 points in 24 games, and they've won 2 of the last 5. So come on, Cheltenham Town, one road, get yourself out of that position. Let's win 1 or 2 more games. And last but not least, Fleetwood Town. That's the reason why they sacked their manager, weren't they? They're down at the bottom, 18 points from 24 games. Out the last 5 games, they've only drawn 2. Right. Any shout outs? Have a look. First of all, Bolton Wanderers. My number 6, Smithy, Paul Smith. I'll see him later for a couple of sherbets. Well done, Smithy. Keep following your Bolton Wanderers, boys. As I say, one of my favourite players of all time, JJ Okocha. Remember him? Bolton Wanderers, African Nations boy. What a player he was. Big shout out to Barnsley boy Chris. Lovely fella. Got a season ticket there. And not forgetting his beautiful wife Lynn. I'll see you very soon. Well done, big man. Keep following your Barnsley. Wigan Athletic, John T. That's me pal, Wigan. Lovely. If you like your GGs as well, how are you, John T? Keep supporting the Latics, mate. And Cambridge United, as I said, Vinny and Neil Harris. Keep going, boys. Cheltenham Town, my boy Webby, number 2, follows his Cheltenham Town, which is where he was born. And last but not least, as I said, Fleetwood Town manager, new manager Charlie Adams. Let's see what he can do this weekend. Right, if you just joined the channel, Webby Sports Roundup here from sunny Tenerife in my manor in Kayosavaki, and we're talking about the Championship, Div 1 and Division 2, a little bit of a roundup over the past couple of days. Right, we're straight into Division 2. Top of the table, Edgehill Park, Stockport County. They've been top over the last 2 or 3 months, but they're starting to nosedive a bit. They've not won in 3 games, Stockport County. 26 games, 51 points. Right behind him is Mansfield. Now Mansfield, the Stags, went to Stockport County yesterday and beat them by 2-0. That puts them only 2 points behind with 2 games in hand. So Mansfield look favourite for the title. But right behind them is Wrexham, Graham Matthias. The boys from America and Canada who took them over a couple of years ago, spent loads and loads of money. Wrexham boys, 25 played, 49 points. And they won 4 at the last 5. And I think yesterday, they scored like three goals in injury time in the last 10 minutes. Phenomenal game. That was at the racecourse ground. Right, so what into Wrexham. Salford City are down to 21st. That's the bottom 4 we're looking at now. 25 games, only 23 points. That's the teams at 92. When you got Butty, you had Scosey and Giggsy all in charge, looking after Salford City. They're looking for a new manager. Last one got sacked last week, and Giggsy is in a bunch of 3 guys looking to be the manager of Salford City. So watch this space. Sutton United in 23rd, 25 games, 18 points. If you remember Sutton United, they beat my boys Coventry in the FA Cup back in the 80s. And when Brian Kilcline, oh dearie me, it was one of them games, lost 2-1. But that's an FA Cup, slippery. That's what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. So they're down to 23rd. At bottom of the table, Forest Green Rovers, 24th in the league. Looks as if they're going down. 24 games and 17 points only. I did play there once in Forest Green. It's in Nailsworth in Gloucestershire, where I played most of my football when I was in my youth, the 20s. Played decent football in County League for Newent. And I was captain of Bymatch Football Club, if anyone would know that area. And we beat Shortwood United in the was it? I try to think what it was, the Jubilee Cup final. Beat them, I think 6-5 on penalties. So that's a great day for me. Many moons ago. Forest Green Rovers. A little bit of news on that. Who was the manager there a few months ago? Yeah, you know, Everton Rangers man. What an absolute legend. Duncan Ferguson. Didn't stay long for various reasons. And the new manager there, I think he's been in charge about 3 weeks now. Watford, Birmingham City. Cracking number 10 is now there. Who is it? Yes, you know, Troy Deeney. If you didn't know, Troy Deeney is the manager of Forest Green Rovers. Can he get them from bottom and move out of the bottom before they get obviously relegated into the Vanarama League down below, the Conference League? Not a good league, hard league to get out of. 2 big shouts out under this one again is to Wrexham, to my pal Graham Matthias. He's my roving reporter over in Wrexham, does all my games over there every 5 or 6 weeks. I say, Ray, do us a favour, give us a video, knows this stuff. Top man. Good luck to Wrexham in the future. Let's see what happens. Are they going to spend big? We will see. And obviously Salford, I did say Giggsy. With regard to Giggsy, is he or is he not going to take over Salford City? Does he really want it? Just looking at my notes, that's about all it is. All I'm going to say is, I've got one more thing to say. Sunday, massive game. It is the Copa del Rey in Spain. The Copa del Rey is the equivalent of the FA Cup in England. And CD Tenerife got through last round, and so did the club they're playing at home. It is the big, massive local derby against Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, the ones that play in yellow, the ones on the other island. Okay, it's going to be a phenomenal game. I've got my ticket from Toddy, going up with Paul and John. Paul supports Rangers, John supports the Hibbies. So we're going to drive up the Toby Jug, leave about 6 o'clock. 3 coaches. I think they'll be bringing over Las Palmas probably 800 to 1,000 people. I remember going before a few years ago, and they brought over 2,000. They come off the ferry, they walk up the main strip. Oh, it's unbelievable, all in yellow. It's a great scenario to see. But then bottles get thrown and everything. It really, they bring all their own policemen over with the guns. Oh, you frighten yourself. You really, really do. It's an absolutely phenomenal game. So we've got them in the Copa del Rey next round on Sunday night, and I'll be going, and I will be doing lots of little vlogs there. And fingers crossed we can see them off and we go through to the next round. And if we get in the next round, fingers crossed, might be picking up someone like Real Madrid or Barcelona or Atletico Madrid or any of them. So that's what we're looking for. Right, that's it. That's me waffle. That's your Championship, your Division 1 and your Division 2 up to date. Tomorrow, don't forget, we've got the three amigos. That's myself, Coventry. We've got Terry, my number 2, Liverpool, and my number 3, Simon, Big Gooner. Not seen him for a couple of weeks. I think he's been away, or he's had his head buried in the sand. Bizarre, so he's lost the last 2 games and one at home, one away. They're not happy. Lost at home to West Ham, and then they lost to Fulham away from home. So Arteta, what is happening? They did it last year, don't forget. Many points clear. Then Man City kept going and kept going and kept going and beat them in the last few games. So that's what's going to happen. And that vlog will be done tomorrow night. If you would like a mention, your football team, whether it's a Premiership, Championship, Division 1, Div 2, if you're in the non-league, give us a shout. Whether you're Aldershot, whether you're Scarborough, it doesn't matter. Billericay, wherever you are, if you want to shout, please put a comment down below in the comments listing, okay? All I'm going to do now is say, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, subscribe to Webby Sports Roundup. It is for free. I hope you have a fantastic new year and a prosperous 2024, and enjoy yourself whatever you do. And don't forget, Facebook page, give Foggy some love, because some big things coming up in the future. So what I'm going to say is, from Coventry City, PUSB Webby, and from me to you, to all my clients, you enjoy yourself. Happy New Year. Take care.